The distance between where you are today and where you want to go is not nearly as far as you think. It's not years, it's not even months, it could be instants away. Hi, my name is Blair Singer, Rich Dad Advisor to Robert Kiyosaki, author of 3 best-selling books in the area of sales, team development, and personal development. Like I said, you're not very far from where you need to be. If you understand the formula I'm about to go over with you, you'll understand how to close that gap. The fact of the matter is 95% of most people that set out on their dreams don't get them, particularly in business. Not because you don't work hard, not because you're not a good person, and not because you don't have a good product or service to offer people. It's because you don't understand these key points, these formulas that over the last 30 years I've been teaching to companies all over the world. Companies like Singapore Airlines, right down to mom and pop businesses and sole proprietors like many of you are. So let me go through a couple of these steps so that you understand what you need to master to bridge that last 5% so you can get your dreams. It really boils down to a couple of things. Number one, the most important skill you have in life, not just as an entrepreneur, is your ability to sell. Because sales equals income. I want you to say that. Say it a little louder. That's right. Sales equals income. Anytime of the hundreds of thousands of people I've worked with, if there's a problem with cash flow, it's typically because somebody either doesn't know how to sell or doesn't like to sell or doesn't think it's important. Sales is number one. You got to know how to sell. Probably the most important skill that you need to learn. Number 2 on the list, if you look at this whole list of how to build your business here, is if sales equals income. Massive and passive income requires the building of a great team. Business is a team sport. I don't care what your mom and dad or anybody told you, it's a team sport. You got to work with other people, not just with customers, not just with employees, but with advisors, with bankers, with lenders. All of these people are people that are part of your team, accountants, attorneys. Your ability to amass a team that can leverage you, leverage your idea, help you build your dream is critical. I find a lot of people stay very small and work very, very hard and put in a lot of hours and never achieve their dreams because they're doing it on their own because they think that one day when they're successful enough, then they can pull a team together. It really works the opposite. Start with a team. Start with knowing how to pull one together. The third component is you got to know how to learn how to teach other people on your team how to sell. Say it again. Learn how to teach other people on your team how to sell and also how to be great team players because they're not going to learn it any other way. Like I said, over the last 25 to 30 years, I've worked with my own businesses in the air freight trucking business, in the computer business, in the training business. Work with franchisees, licensees, big corporations, little corporations. And what I have found is that the ability to master or at least become an avid student of learning how to do these things is one of the differences between you and getting what you want and making a lot of money. Now, that's not all. The other piece that's involved and the other piece that we teach is that you also have to have great or solid, anyway, systems like referral systems, marketing systems, accounting systems, projection systems, training systems, all systems that make your business or what you're doing not dependent solely upon you. In other words, if you're out of the picture, the system will continue to replicate the process to generate the income or generate the operation that you're trying to do. The next component that we teach, or that I teach, is this word right here. The word is accountability, particularly an accountability to numbers. You know, it's amazing that, in fact, people ask me, what is the most powerful sales motivation tool? And I tell them it used to be, back in the old days when I was first learning how to sell, was the Monday morning sales meeting where my sales manager would make us put our numbers up on the board and everybody had to be accountable for what you said you were going to do and what you're going to do. It's funny how that works. It's not only true in business, it's true with your health, it's true with your weight, it's true with your income, it's true with just about anything that at some level, if you want something bad enough, you got to hold yourself or have somebody else hold you accountable to it, which is another whole area of endeavor that we work with. We work with folks like you to help you get what you want. And probably one of the biggest components that tie this whole piece together right here is something that I learned in one of my first good-sized businesses of my own in the air freight trucking business, when my business was almost ready to die and I was going to cut all my employees loose and say, that's it, we're all done. They said, you can't do that. I said, why not? Because one of the things that I had learned a long time ago from one of my mentors, that what holds all of this together is the same that holds a family together. It's the same that holds a business together, a sporting team, a culture, a religion, a civilization. It's something we call a code of honor. Code of honor, which is basically a set of rules as to how people on the team or members of the team work with each other. The Ten Commandments is a code of honor. The Constitution is a code of honor. But it's this set of rules that basically hold all of this together in a context where people can operate as a team, where there's a high level of accountability, systems hold its shape, but this is the glue. It's more than just rules. It's a spiritual bonding of why people come together for a higher purpose to really accomplish something. Rules like never abandon a teammate in need. Treat each other with respect. Take personal responsibility. No blame, justifying, or finger pointing. You just think of those two rules alone, if you were able to implement those in your family, how things might change. So again, part of the training that we do, that I've been doing over all these years, and what I hope to explore with you and other programs and other things that we do, is to give you the key elements, the key training to be able to begin to master these areas of your business and areas of your life. Because if you can do that, you're going to bridge that 95% gap. So if you see an area of interest, an area that you may need a little more work on, then click on the links below to go to the area of your choice, the area that you think will make the biggest difference in your business right now. Maybe it's in sales, maybe it's in teaching other people on your team, maybe it's just in pulling the team together or getting some level of accountability. Either way, we want to be able to provide you with the critical tools that you need right now to be able to get across the gap. Why is this important? Because you have a dream. And the only thing stopping you from your dream is a lack of something. Typically a lack of knowledge. Because if you're on this, if you're watching me right now, it's not because of a lack of will. It's not because you don't want it. It's not because of a lack of desire. It's only a lack of knowledge, and we can handle that quickly. So click below on the area of your choice to go to the area that you think that will give you the biggest leap in the shortest amount of time.